Hello and welcome to Die Hard United, the one stop for everything Manchester United. I'm here to bring you all the latest news concerning United coming out today as Wan Bissaka has refused to go to West Ham. Why? Why would you refuse to go to West Ham? This is an issue we have with selling a lot of players like Sancho, Casemiro, Anthony, and other players because they have stupid wages and not many clubs are interested in them. And the clubs that might want to buy them, they might not want to go there, and then they might choose to stay. But we'll talk about Wan Bissaka and his refusal to go to West Ham. Also, Branthwaite has refused to discuss any new contract talks with Everton. Is he holding out for us to come and still buy him in this summer transfer window because we have pulled out of that deal? And also, we'll talk about a list of players that United want to sell. Hannibal Mabry is going to go on loan. Also, Sergio Reguilon wants to come to United, and we have been linked with Marcos Alonso. How? He can't come to play for us anymore. He has played for Chelsea. We can't get. I'm not even in support of that deal. But we'll talk about all those news concerning United today. Don't forget that the best way you can support this community is by sharing this video. That's the only thing required of you. Let's jump right into everything. So for Wan Bissaka, according to David Onsin, it says the right back 26-year-old has turned down a move to West Ham and favors a move to Inter Milan. If you're Wan Bissaka, would you pick Inter Milan over West Ham? Maybe he wants to go to Italy, wants to feel the Italian vibes. But the report was that he loves London. He played for Crystal Palace previously, that's based in London, and West Ham also are based in London. And the report was that he wants to go to London, right? But now we are getting reports from David Onsin, a very reliable source, that he doesn't want to go to West Ham. He wants to go to Inter, and this is what he said. Also, he says this summer he wants to go to Inter this summer or next summer as a free agent when his contract expires in June 2025. That even means that we don't even have any control over where he wants to go, because if we don't sell him where he wants to go, he could decide to run his contract down next summer and still end up going to wherever he wants to go in 1 year time. So we have to we are basically helpless in this situation. We are kind of helpless. But it says any idea that will see Wan Bissaka go to Inter and Denzel Dumfries join United is being discussed by intermediaries. Although that is possible, but it's not advanced as it's now. Let me explain. So Denzel Dumfries has always been a target for us. We have always liked him. Ten Hag loves him. He's Dutch and every other thing. But now that Inter are interested in Wan Bissaka and Wan Bissaka wants to go to Inter, the idea is that we could do a swap deal with Inter, which will see Dumfries coming to United and Wan Bissaka going to Inter Milan. That's not a bad deal, right? Wan Bissaka is way defensive, not so much attacking, but Denzel Dumfries can give you a little bit of both. So what is going to happen is that if Wan Bissaka goes to Inter Milan, that will mean Denzel Dumfries coming in the other way, because I don't even think Inter have so much money to even pay a transfer fee for him. So it has to be a swap deal, right? Like for like. So that is what is being discussed right now, but it is like a thought. It's like an idea. It's nothing advanced. There's no real negotiations going on concerning a swap deal yet. But the report is that West Ham are about to sign Mazraoui, who probably would like to sign instead of signing Dumfries. Man United would probably love to sign Mazraoui instead of Dumfries. But if West Ham have agreed a fee with Bayern Munich, and they are now discussing with Mazraoui for personal terms. But here's the catcher. We can't sign Mazraoui because we haven't sold Wan Bissaka. And if we're not going to get a transfer fee Wan Bissaka, if it's going to be a swap deal, we can't sign Dumfries and Mazraoui at the same time. We can't sign two players for the same position at the same time. That's not going to happen, right? So we have to pick one over the other. And because Wan Bissaka wants to go to West Ham, we can only sign Dumfries maybe as a swap deal. So that's what's happening with Wan Bissaka. And he flew to the tour of the USA. What I said yesterday was, isn't it better for him to have stayed in Manchester, train in Carrington, and push for his move instead of going to the US? Then if the deal happens, he end up coming back and traveling to go and do his medical, or will the deal be on hold until he comes back from the tour of the US in 2 weeks time, and then he gets his move? Let's see what happens with that. But that's what was happening with Wan Bissaka and his move to West Ham. Let's talk about Branthwaite, because according to the report, Branthwaite is not intending to sign a new deal at Everton unless they can match the 160,000 a week we offered him. I don't know what to say about that. And he says the 22-year-old still has 3 years left on his contract, It is understood to be worth £70,000 a week, but Everton are ready to offer him new terms to reflect his work in Sean Dyche's team. Man United have stepped back from transfer talks for now after sporting director the last conversation with Everton's counterpart Kelvin Towell. So basically, Branthwaite, we offered Branthwaite £160,000 a week to come to United. Everton doesn't want to sell him to us anymore because of we can't agree a transfer fee with them. Now he's saying that I'm not going to sign a new contract with you guys unless you can match what Man United were willing to give to me. But he has 3 years left on his contract, and if maybe he's earning £70 per week now, maybe if Everton wants to give him £100 per week, that is £30,000 extra. So if you are saying you're not going to take that now, that it's not going to force them to sell you in any way because you still have three solid years left on your contract. So isn't it better to just get that extra £30,000 now, and maybe they sell you next summer, next 2 summer? You can earn £30,000 per week extra for the next 1 year, and maybe they sell you in the next summer. So that's what's coming up for basically for Branthwaite. He doesn't want to sign a new contract with Everton unless they can offer what we were offering him. But basically, why haven't he, or why doesn't he want to place in an official transfer request to Everton, and maybe that could even push a deal for us? Act like you want to come to United, because I don't know what's wrong with him, but that deal has stalled. We're probably not going to sign him. We're probably already moved on, and that's that for Gerard Branthwaite. And for Christian Eriksen, he says that Ajax are interested in taking Christian Eriksen on loan. He says that United would rather have him gone on loan plus obligation to buy, or just a permanent move, but there is room for negotiation. Yeah, right here, right now, Eriksen should leave United permanently. A loan plus obligation to buy will be perfect, but permanently, we don't want any loan to come back because he has 1 year left in his contract, and the next year he's gone. So basically, even if he leaves on loan this summer, we'll probably get only a loan fee, and then after a loan next year, he will be gone as a free agent. The same thing with Medjugorje, as he's been linked with a loan to Rangers. If he goes to Rangers, he has 1 year left on his contract. If he goes, that's gone. He has 1 year left on his contract. That's all. Now, this is not news. It's not news at all, because it's not a new thing. I've been saying this multiple times. But according to ESPN, Man United are ready to sell 7 players in order to fund more signings. I've always said it's sell to buy, and it will still remain sell to buy. And you wouldn't blame the new regime, because the old regime messed up bad. So we would like to sell Wan Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Eriksen, McTominay, Jadon Sancho, and Anthony. Wan Bissaka has 1 year left in his contract. He's been linked to Everton. Lindelof has 1 year left in his contract also. He's been linked to move also. Maguire, £190 per week, not and signed for £80 million pounds. That salary wasn't given to him by the new regime, but selling him will be difficult because we would need a team to pay at least £30 million pounds for him, and still give him a wage that he would like to get to move, right? And then we have Eriksen, who will leave. McTominay, also, what is the future of McTominay? Is he going to leave or is he going to stay? He's considering his offers that from Fulham and some other clubs, Galatasaray, that are interested in him. Will he choose to stay or will he choose to leave? The Hag wants to keep him, but will he choose to be a bench player in our system, to come in from the bench and impact in games from the bench? Will he want to do that? Because that is the only role the Hag probably will have for him. But will he choose to do that other than moving to a club where he can play week in, week out, maybe like Fulham, where he can play basically every game? Then we have Jadon Sancho on over 300k a week. How are we going to sell him? If PSG can give him that fee, fine. But how are we going to sell? How many clubs are willing to pay Jadon Sancho a salary that will make him want to leave the club? That's another issue. And then Anthony, 200k per week. Who are we going to sell him to? We bought him 2 years ago. Can he leave this club if we really want to sell him? That is the problem. These players are on high wages. The transfer fee they would want to get for him is not really realistic. And even if we reduce what we want to get or want to sell these players for, their salary demands are too high for any clubs that would even want to get them. So out of these 7 players, Wan Bissaka, Lindelof, Maguire, Eriksen, McTominay, Sancho, right here, right now, it seems it's only Wan Bissaka and Lindelof that might leave, and Eriksen. So out of 7, it looks like 3 of them would go. We might probably still have Anthony, Sancho, McTominay, and Maguire at the club next season. But leave a comment and tell me what you think about everything being discussed. The team is in the USA, and our preseason tour first friendly is on Sunday against Arsenal. Let's see how it progress. Basically, we now have more first team players, and it's really slow. It's really slow, but there's nothing we can do about that. This is what we have, and we have to manage it and hope that the new regime can figure out a way to raise money, sell players smartly, because the whole goal of this summer is sell to buy, sell to buy, sell to buy. The amount of players we will sell will determine the amount of players we will get in. It is sell to buy summer, and let's see what they can achieve. Because honestly, I even pity for them because it is difficult. They didn't get themselves into this mess. They met this mess, and they have to deal with this mess. And we can't deal with this mess in just one summer. This mess will have to be resolved in multiple summers. So anybody expecting this mess to be resolved in one summer is totally unrealistic, because this issue wasn't caused in one summer. It was caused over a long period of time. So we need at least 2 to 3 summers to clear this mess. Because any players who are signing now, we're not giving them we're not giving anybody stupid wages or stupid transfer fees anymore. But you have to recycle, go in, go out. Many of them, their contracts will expire, they will leave, and then we're getting new players under new and fresh terms. Not anything expensive, not anything over the top. So that's how it works. Basically, you flush out the rest over 2 or 3 summers, and then you bring in new ones in your own terms, shorter, longer contracts, maybe with smaller salaries and bonuses that will increase those salaries depending on how they improve. So that in a way, if you buy a player for £30 million and he comes in and he does well, his value increases. Because check it out, Sancho, apart from Bruno that's coming to this club, how many players have we signed over the years that have come in and his value has increased? Apart from Bruno, who else? Sancho? Who else? As Sancho value increased? No, his value has decreased. Anthony, as his value increased? No, it has decreased. Okay, Martinez also, he has come into the club and his value has increased. Who else? Mention anybody who have signed over the last 10 years that has come to this club and their value have increased after moving in. I'll leave that question to you. Tell me in the comment section, which player do you think have come into this club, apart from Bruno and Martinez, over the last 10 years, which player has come to this club and they came in, their value increased, and will sell them for profits? Tell me in the comment section, and I will see you all on the next one. Don't forget to Die Hard United, the one stop for everything. Like, share, subscribe, follow, leave your comments, and cheers.